Okay, I'm just going to go over briefly the TOS platform because I think it's really important that you just kind of familiarize yourself with the platform so that you're not, you're not confused about where to go if you need information. So let's go over the platform just very, very quickly. I'm using the paper money version of the platform so that my current positions don't get in the way of the tabs and so forth, and it doesn't throw off what you're trying to look at here. You can do paper trading through the TOS platform. When you sign on to the TOS platform, you can choose either the paper money or you can choose the regular platform. They also have now an Invest Tools paper money option. But I'm going to use the paper money, which is this is not a real account. This is a paper trading account that you can use to get started. And I think it's a really good idea for you to use a paper trading account at least for 1 or 2 months just to get used to the order entry. And that's exactly what I did when I first started using the TOS platform. I used it for a couple of months, just using fake money here, and you can put whatever money you want into the account. But it gives you an idea of how to create orders that get filled in the market, how to enter your orders, how to cancel your orders, and it also helps you get used to all the tabs that are here. Now, when you open up the platform for the first time, you're going to see the Monitor tab. The Monitor tab allows you to take a look at all of your current positions. This is your position statement. Since this is a paper trading account, I don't use it anymore. There's no positions in here. But if you did have positions, I have this set up under Delta so that I have all my Greeks here. I have my Delta, Gamma, Theta, and Vega. My profit and loss open for the entire position. For the day, profit and loss, and the buying effect on the position itself. So what you want to really start out with, the very first time that you open this, you want to go to your Setup tab. And you want to be able to, if you want to display all your accounts, you can display all your accounts. If you just want to display one of your accounts, you can do that. Your default account, whichever one you want to. I've got 2 paper trading accounts in here. One is called IRA, one is margin. The main position layout, which was what I just showed you, the Delta, Gamma, Theta, Vega, the Greeks across the top, or you can go with net share, stock price, net change, etc. But I like to watch the Greeks, of course. Usually the profit and loss layout is by open and day, but you can go open year to date, day year to date, open day, percent open, percent day, percent yield to date, year to date. Most of these others I really don't pay too much attention to. The default stock quantity order, you might want to change that to whatever you feel comfortable with 100 shares or 500 shares. So when you go to place an order in your account, that's the default stock order quantity that's going to be pulled up as soon as you enter an order. The stock order increments, so like if you wanted to, you started out at 1,000 shares and you wanted to go up to you wanted to try to toggle between different numbers of shares that you want to buy. You can either set that at 100 or 500. So if you set that at 500, your initial stock quantity amount would come up as 1,000. If you toggled up 1 tick from that in your order entry system, it would go to 1,500 shares if you had this set at 500. If you have this set at 100, then you would toggle up to 1,100 shares as your default increment. For future orders, we don't really use futures. Your option order, this is very critical. Your option order quantity increment, okay, and your default option order quantity. You want to start out. I always start out. If I was just getting started, I would start out with maybe 2 contracts, and option order quantity increment is 1. You could start out with 1 and 1, so that if you brought up a stock order or an option order, you'd have 1 contract on all of your order entries. And if you toggled that up, then it would have a order quantity increment of 1 contract. So you'd start out with 1. If you toggled it up, it would go to 2 contracts. If you toggled it up, it would go to 3 contracts. And that's the way I suggest you start out. Show the expected price. You want single orders only. Show order confirmation, yes. Clear after order send, yes. You want quote speed. Normally you want either real time, no delay, or fast max delay 1 second. I like real time, no delays. And that's pretty much it. You can click OK on that, and then what I'll do is I'll show you. We'll go into our trade tab, which is the very next tab. If you, like I said, in the monitor tab up here, if you had positions, they would all show underneath here. If you go to your trade tab, and let's say we put in the spies, and we'll bring down, see all of these little arrows, if they point to this, if you click on those, it brings up other options for you. And then you can click away, you can click on any blank part of the screen. You can hide this underlying, or you can take a look at the current quote price. I like to keep that open. If you open this, it's pointing to the price, it opens up additional information that you can look at. You can open up a trade grid, which gives you the current bid and ask from most of the major option exchanges. I don't usually keep that open. And I just want to close that. Oh, it's up here. There we go. And then the option tab, this will bring up all of the current available options for this underlying symbol. And let's say we wanted to do something in May here, so we bring up the strike prices for May, and you notice that I have quite a few open. I do like to keep a lot of them open. The way to change that is right up in here. It says 50. It says strike quantity 50. You can limit that to as many as you want. If you only want to have 5 strike prices open, you can do that. If you want to have 10 strike prices open, you can do that. It opens up a little bit further. I like to keep open at least on the indexes. I like to keep open as many as possible because I tend to do a lot of out of the money stuff. In the option tab itself, and you take a look at all of these strike prices, all of the bluish gray areas here, which would be from like 138 down, these are on the call side. These are all calls, and anything in the black area all the way up to your highest strike that you have open are out of the money. So the grayish blue ones are in the money, the black ones are out of the money. On the put side, which is over here on the right side, all of the grayish bluish ones are in the money, and all of the black ones are out of the money. So you can see pretty much where the at the money options are, because they're highlighted right where this line is here. So it's about 138, and the current price is 138.48 for the SPY. So if you were doing something like you were doing something that was out of the money, then you're going to be taking a look at, on the call side, you're beginning to look at any of these, calls over here. If you're looking to do something on the put side and you want to do something out of the money, then you want to take a look at the options on this side. For example, let's say we wanted to set up a iron condor. We're going to sell an iron condor. All we have to do is take a look at the strike that we'd like to sell at to initiate our iron condor on the call side. Right click on that, and that will bring up our order dialog box. And what we want to do is we want to sell an iron condor, and that'll bring up the order entry box. And it already has it filled in with the calls that we just had, because that's where we put our cursor. And we had it set up at 142, buying the 143. And if you remember, an iron condor is an out of the money call, a sale of a call vertical spread, and an out of the money put, a sale of a put vertical spread on the same underlying index.